Sup, Gooners? I know I just put out my Subnautica video a few days ago, which you all should totally go watch, or I'll beat you with a pool noodle, senselessly, in front of your weeping parents. But you know me, always on that grind, tackling the most current trends, and overall being a shallow egotist, obviously. And if you're interested in assisting my narcissistic and outdated and honestly terrible Redditor style mindset, I mean, subscribing would be nice, I guess. Asterisk, heart eyes, asterisk, question? Okay, I promise I'll stop. But above all of that nonsense, I am at my heart a cringe lord who loves mascot horror more than the average Freddy Fazbear horror enjoyer. And lucky for me and all of you lovely people, the Indigo Park has just opened its doors. Meaning the game Indigo Park has just released like 4 hours before we're writing this, and about 2 days when recording. So yeah, I'm really fast with this one. And unfortunately for me, every other nerd online has already made their video on it, so I figured, hey, I like video games, and I like attention. Sounds good to me. And so I actually didn't take my broke self over to Steam, because the first chapter of Indigo Park, which was released a couple days ago, like I said, is actually free. Thanks, Poppy. Anyway, I played through the entire chapter, permanently raised my heart rate, and have some thoughts that I'd like to share, since my opinions are clearly important. But before we kick things off, I need to preface something that, you know, would be important for things going forward, since I'm always the positive, upbeat guy. I genuinely and overall enjoyed this game, and I know that uniquegeese, Jake Neutron, and the rest of the team involved have worked really hard on this game for over a year. As a matter of fact, I've been on and off following the development of this project for quite a while. So there's no direct hate or distaste, and I also realize that me spouting my opinions as some random mediocre college student on the internet makes me come off as a massive entitled douchebag, but like I said, everything I discuss, praise, or have gripes against, I do it all with love. But first, let's take a little look-see at my highlights of actually playing the game. So please, enjoy my stupid and overall infuriating playstyle. That's not Indigo. Man, this place looks awesome. I sure hope nothing bad happens here, because that would just be terrible. Push. I would love to.
Hi there, and welcome to Indigo Park.
Hi. Awesome.
Wait, you're our first guest in 2,920 days, 4 hours, 23 minutes, and 38 seconds. Congratulations!
Really?
Rambley the Raccoon.
That sucks.
Make sure your experience here at Indigo Park is the most.
Oh, what the?
Just hop on over to the registration center to your left, where our friendly assistant will help you begin your adventure in the park.
Cool. Thanks, man. Big preach. I sure hope Rambley doesn't come to life and turn out to be some horrific monster. Oh, I get it. It's like Disney. Like, this is Mickey Mouse, and this is Jorge. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. How did that happen? How did that happen? Huh. Something's not making sense here. All aboard Rambley's... Rambley's what? all aboard Rambley's what? I don't like that. Come meet Finley at the Oceanic Odyssey. Is Finley a gator? Really was expecting a Bendy machine style, like, cardboard cutout jump scare.
You may be a bit older than the target audience for this ride, but it's one of my favorites. Do you know why Rambley the Raccoon loves Rambley's Railroad? Because I like trains.
Okay, that's funny. I liked that was a good little sequence. I'll give it that. That was really good. Cause I like trains. Oh, he's dead. I guess I don't have to kill him. He's already dead. Oh, what the? Get me the heck out of here, please. What the? Okay. Sure. Oh, my heart rate just spiked. Oh. Okay. Man, me and my homies love this. This is my favorite game. What's down here? Death. Oh. Thank you. I guess. Thank you. That's what I always wanted. A digital strawberry. This is actually terrible. Oh, hi, Molly. What's up? I hate this. Oh, how I hate this. Okay. Ah! Okay. Okay then. The game just froze. I was so confused. Cool. Well, I died. You were caught by Molly McCaw. That's a pretty good design. I like it. It's spooky. Molly can repeat words that she's heard. Don't be fooled. Okay, what does that mean? Don't care. Oh, awesome. She's dead. Huh.
I can see in your facial tracking data that you aren't opposed to this. Ooh, I'm so excited.
Uh-huh.
To get this place back in business.
I'm down, but... Alright, yeah, just gloss over the fact that she's dead now.
Okay, I'll let you go. See you next time, buddy. Please?
What? Okay. I'm going to try to keep this brief so this video can be finished quick enough so it gets picked up by the unforgiving algorithm and gives me the ego boost so I don't cry. Now, I pride myself, like I said, on always being positive, and that will certainly influence my thoughts, but that doesn't mean I'm just going to ignore some issues I had with the game as a whole. So, let's start there and just get it over with so we can get to the happy stuff. In some of the clips, you may have noticed a consistent complaint being logic-based. I may be the living embodiment of a nerd emoji, but even I can understand that this game isn't meant to be realistic. There's no raccoon AI controlling an abandoned theme park filled with horrific nightmare animal mutants waiting to disembowel some random teenager who broke in. I know, right? Shocking to believe that that's not real. But come on, man. You enter an archway, and it just so happens to fall and completely block off the only exit in like 6 seconds with no warning. Like, can we at least agree that that's stretching it just a little bit? Also, I know this is something that is common in most horror games of this style, but why is the protagonist sticking around after all that happens to them? Like, I guess they were a big fan of the park as a kid, sure. But first they're confronted with an extremely intelligent AI raccoon that can see and identify every aspect of who you are, but they can't even open up the front gate for some reason, and they're just trapped out there. Then the player is put on a train where the ride breaks down and they need to go fix it themselves because whatever, the AI can't do it for some reason. Only to be led eventually into a theater with a massive, like, photorealistic lion is just sleeping on the stage, and as soon as you get close, it just runs off back into backstage. I guess they might not be leaving because of the arch collapse from earlier, but there is a lot of rubble around the areas you get to that someone could very easily climb up one of the walls and go over. I mean, you can see the sky in most of the locations. The whole "your exit was mysteriously blocked off by some unknown force and you're stuck to keep going forward" trope can work in a game like Bendy, but the reason it works there is because it's a completely enclosed space throughout the entire journey. Meaning, when there is a blockade or you fall through the floor, there really isn't a way to avoid that. Unfortunately for Indigo Park, that doesn't work as well. All of this, in addition to some minor visual bugs along the way, like cords going through walls or just overall visual weirdness, is about the extent of my gripes. I mean, some of the areas can feel a little bland and drab with not much to do, especially around Molly's Rooftop Racers or Crash Pad, the eatery, like this whole area. The eatery garage especially, like, it just feels like this giant empty storage container with just nothing in it. Like, there could have been at least some posters or just little mascot-y type decorations everywhere, but no, it just feels pretty empty. And there's all these random booths and chairs that are just sitting up on platforms 50 feet in the air for no reason, and they're just there. I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be chalked up to this place being abandoned, which actually explains quite a bit, so I'm not too worried about that one. Okay, now that I'm done with my angry video game nerd type rant, trust me, fighting back the urge to say buffalo diarrhea dump in my ear made me sick to my stomach. But finally, I feel comfortable to ramble about what I love about this game. I'm so funny. Subscribe today. The creature designs can feel a tad uninteresting, especially with Lloyd the lion, who is just kind of like just a lion. But I think where they really shine is with Molly, who really comes off as this terrifying threat. I love the general aesthetics of the whole game, and how we got little cutouts and cartoons of what she looks like normally, then sneaking in a jump scare with a talking statue animatronic version of her to push our impression of the bird brain more towards unsettling, but not all the way, just kind of in the middle between cute and horrifying, so right in that nice uncanny valley. All this cultivates in the very end of the game, just to reveal her stalking us and making mad dashes at us through the world's most hazardous play place of all time. Yes, even more dangerous than that one that we don't talk about anymore with generators in it for kids to get their grubby hands on. And honestly, this whole game scared me a lot more than any horror experience has in a while. The creatures do have that level of uncanniness that, like I said, that remind me of the original FNAF game and how it expertly did the same thing. Now, okay, let me just rant or ramble. Okay, fine, once was enough. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about how much I love using the amusement park as a horror scene. Me and my friend Squidplay, one of big parts of the DocFusion lore in this channel, you could say, we've talked about a lot of times how much we love the amusement park setting as this horror, like, nostalgic-based, terrifying place that can make you wet your pants faster than the actual roller coasters do. However, the only horror-based media I've really seen do this in the past was the park, which I only watched freaking Markiplier play like a million years ago, but in hindsight it kind of sucked. I'm not going to get into it now because it was just weird, but so I really want Indigo Park to do well. They started off quite well, actually, by building the intrigue and establishing the idea that each major ride at this park is themed around one of the many characters that we will encounter. And each chapter will be us going to these attractions and, let's just say, do some cleanup before guests arrive. Oh, awesome. And here the progression actually kind of makes sense, believe it or not, considering my complaints earlier. It feels like an even flow from one attraction to the other, especially since the end of Molly's section leads straight into Finley, the sea serpents. with his ride Oceanic Odyssey, who we can assume is supposedly the quote-unquote stain we need to quote-unquote clean in the next chapter. And with Rambley by our side, nothing can surprise me now. I am fully heart of stone, and nothing will make me jump. Well, I guess not nothing.
But fight through the dark, and I'll be your spark of sunshine to get you out of any bind.
So for whatever reason, the team decides to end the chapter with a banger song sung by Rambley about wanting to stick with us and be our friend for the rest of forever, and I love it. It is sweet. Honestly, I probably should have expected a song in the end anyways, because the Neutron team has made some songs in the past that I really loved. Like there's the one they made for the Collector from Owl House, and then they made Don't Listen for A Man in the Adventure, and both of them were awesome, and the animation was stellar, and it's all the same here, and I'm crying because it was awesome, and So, in conclusion, ignoring that whole brain-melting fest that I just had there, we're just going to ignore that for now. This is an extremely promising game, and I cannot wait for Chapter 2. Sure, it may have its hiccups here and there, but that's to be expected with any initial experience like this. The style is on point, the plot is on point, and the scare factor is, you guessed it, on point. I don't think there's much else to say here. I mean, I guess there is one thing. Uniquegeese, please let me voice a character in the next chapter. I'll play Florgan the Horkin, and he will sell meatballs in the park, and it would be really cool. Please, I'm begging you, I'll give you anything you want that doesn't have a significant monetary value. You don't even have to pay me. Please, I need validation so bad. Please, please. Oh yeah, and go play Indigo Park. It's pretty good, and it's free, so you should go play it.